Some news flashes that were appearing on your screen earlier, and that is, of course, in relation to the nod given by the Department of Telecommunications for the marriage between Airtel and Telenor. Pankaj, essentially, we're going to be talking about fewer number of operators, which is something that we have been talking about. So from about 7, I think about 3 years ago, it's come down to now just about 4, and you are seeing the stocks as well react to that.
Well, actually, even 3, if you consider Idea, Vodafone would merge.
Fair
so,
enough.
the meaningful players would largely be 3, which is Bharti, Idea, and now Reliance, or Idea plus Vodafone plus Reliance Industries. And, just look at the reaction. I mean, any positive news for the sector, consolidation is going through. The way these stocks were reacting, don't forget, these are not stocks which are trading at very, very, high valuations. They are still bombed out stocks, even though they fell quite aggressively on Friday. So despite that, they're still bombed out stocks, and probably that's the reason, why you're seeing this sort of move coming in. Is Dr. Narayan still with us? Dr. Narayan, any view on these telecom names?
Well, I think as far as telecom names are concerned, the only one which seems to merit some attention would be Bharti. If you look at, Arcom, that's a down and out story, and I don't think it merits any attention whatsoever at this juncture. Redemption, if at all, is considerably far away. Now, coming to Idea has been a case of deep disappointment. There was briefly a period when some promise was held out and big flare-up in prices occurred, but then people have been deeply disappointed with the lack of follow-through in Idea, and stock has fallen back to break recent lows, etc. So therefore, the field is left only to Bharti, which is now approaching with this fall into support zones, as it were. So I think 390 and south of that, down till about 10 rupees or so, should be the max that we may see on the downside, and all this will present us with a buying opportunity in Bharti. We can't really expect it to flare up very quickly, because only patient buyers and long-term buyers are stepping into the act, as it were. So if you are one of those types, then and only then look to buy into a Bharti. Otherwise, as a trading bet, it may not really pan out very well. None of these will pan out well for trades. I think only long-term investors should take part in Bharti.
Okay, so Airtel, it's a stock only for those guys who have the patience to stay on with their investment. That's a clear call coming in from Dr. Narayan. We'll take a very short break right here on the show. Come back. We have lots more to talk about, especially with the Karnataka state elections and the exit poll. Stay tuned.